Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, here for AVAX, continue to be in this possible diagonal structure. It's not entirely clear or not terribly clear what's happening up there. Ideally, we make one more high here in this wave 5 of 1, but this is just a suggestion how it could unfold because this is terribly corrective, this channel. Yes, surely it could be an ending diagonal here, yeah, but then what I also need to tell you is that this last move down could be interpreted as a 5-wave structure, which indicates a possible top in place as well. So this is something where it's now getting a little bit dangerous or risky, critical, yeah. We had obviously 2 entry points here, I think really good hit rate here, and so far I didn't call a top yet, and I think that was so far the right decision, but now it's getting here into a region where we need to be ready. And I would say as soon as we drop below that wave 2 low at 1871, that's when it's getting even more critical, because then it cannot be a diagonal anymore, and then this is some very, very strange structure. Then I would actually really need to think about how I would interpret this. The only other way I could I could think about this then would be that this wave 4 actually finished here. That it was not a running flat, but just sort of a normal flat pattern. Or zigzag, doesn't really matter, but we had an ABC, yeah, probably zigzag, doesn't matter. And then that we then moved up in a wave 5, and actually the wave 1 was sitting here. This was a 2 as I had it before, then the 3 here, the 4 here, and the 5 there, to complete a 5 of 1. This would certainly be an alternative count, and that we're now moving down in this wave 2 already. This was an A wave, we might be putting in now a B wave, and then we could see quite a significant sell-off this week in a C wave. Now, a warning will be the first warning will be if we drop below this today's low actually at 1941. And then in my opinion, the confirmation of the move down will be below 1874. So this is also something that I'd be observing here. I think that's not unlikely, this count. So it's something where we need to be a bit flexible. Yeah, there's rarely only one possibility anyway. There's usually a couple of possibilities. And here it's just these 2 levels that you really need to watch out for. That 1940, 1941 level and the 1874 level. Really below that level, I mean, you're cutting into the previous high. You're cutting through the previous low. That would in most cases indicate a downtrend is starting, and then this is going to start to roll over. At the moment, we're just holding the a trend line, and you might even be able to draw the trend line a bit different, and then we have a clearer channel, and that would rather suggest that, yeah, you know, maybe this is all part of this ending diagonal. Maybe it's even some kind of an expanding diagonal, depending on how I draw the trend line here. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I will observe that for you. This is certainly something I'm seriously thinking about here. If we already did this, so I probably have to move this back and forth a little bit, but it gives us the key levels that we need to watch out for, yeah. And also, if you look at the indicators, not the 1-hour chart, but let's take a look at the daily chart. Here we have this bearish crossover on the MACD. So, you know, things are, we are starting to see the headwinds up there. I mean, this rallied, all of these coins rallied significantly. And the sell-off that's starting can happen quickly. I mean, this is certainly probably the strongest sell-off that we've had in a while. Yeah, 3 red candles in a row. In this entire uptrend, we didn't have that. And they are daily candles, so please be aware of that. And we have a bearish crossover now here on the MACD. We had bearish divergences on the relative strength index. Been talking about that over the last few days anyway. And yeah, things are getting difficult, yeah. Here on the 4-hour, how's it looking there? We might actually here, we just had a bullish crossover on here, but also the bearish divergences that you can see here. So again, even that upside could just be a B wave now. Okay, so there, in my opinion, this is getting towards the end of the uptrend anyway. But for now, it's all still good. Yeah, as I said, as long as this low is holding here, especially at 1874, everything's okay. But below that, we have that drop, and that could come down into this sort of 1250 to 1550 region, and I might still change that. Okay, that's my update about AVAX. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then yeah, please check out the channel membership, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You find additional content there nearly every day, some signals sometimes, stuff about trading, mindset, tips and tricks, and so on. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.